Hello everyone, so I want to talk about my plans and going all electric. I started this channel a couple years ago as Tesla biggest fan, but the plan has been changed. A lot of things have changed, to be honest with you, because the market has grown as far as electric vehicle. Tesla was the dominant one. They had the best looking vehicles on the market, but now there are other manufacturers that's coming out with electric vehicle. So the choices is getting more broad, which is a good thing. So we don't have to depend on one company making the vehicle and pricing it in a range that most of us can't get. So now there are more options, and there will be more options coming in the future. So originally I wanted the Model Y. That was my original goal, which I should have got 2 years ago. But I decided to get the Kia Telluride instead because life changes some of the plans that I had set forth. But those plans didn't go through. They fall by the wayside. So now it's time to go back to get my EV, the original plan, which is 2 years later, which is fine. Things happen, can't do nothing about it. So now it's 2 years later from the time I plan on getting my first EV, and things have changed. The market have grown. There's a lot of choices out there now. Some will be available this year, next year, and years to come. But right now I'm focused on what I can get in 2022. So looking at all the choices out there from BMW, Audi, Kia, and Tesla themselves, and some other manufacturers, even Ford, I narrow my choice down to the Kia EV6. I was looking at that Hyundai Ioniq for a while because it looks kind of quirky, but it has a kind of look appeal. It stands out from all the rest of the vehicles out there on the street. And so does the EV6, because I became a Kia person from moving from a Honda person, because I always drive Hondas. Hondas go all the way back from high school. And I've had different versions of Honda. I had Civic, I had the HRV, but I was looking to get the Passport or the Pilot. But there's something between those two vehicles that wasn't catching my appeal. And that's why I actually went to the Kia Telluride, because it had everything that I was looking for, technical wise, feature wise, and all the stuff that I was looking for in a vehicle at that time. But now it's time to give up the Telluride. It was a good ride, but now it's time to give it up and go to my EV plan that I had set forth. Now the Telluride was a good ride. I can't say nothing bad about that vehicle. The sound system, marvelous. The ride, the handling, all that stuff, amazing. I really don't want to give it up, to be honest with you. But it's time for me to make that move. Stop hesitating and get my EV just like I wanted. So the Kia EV6 is going to be the replacement for the Kia Telluride. Now the Kia EV6 is a stepping stone because I really got my eyes set on the EV9. Because I'm an SUV type of person. Not that I have a big family to lug around, I just like those size vehicles. That's just my preference. You got your sedan folks, you got your truck folks, you got your car folks. I'm an SUV guy. But I don't mind riding in the EV6 for probably the next 2 years, because even though the EV9 is scheduled to be released in September 2023, probably won't be mass available until 2024. So that's why I'm looking at a 2-year roadmap before I pick up the EV9, which I will sell the EV6, pay off the balance of the loan, and whatever is left over, apply it to the EV9. Now, the problem of what's going on in the industry right now because of chip shortage and just a shortage of vehicles to sell. Some dealers are actually marking up these vehicles at a ridiculous rate, anywhere from $5,000 to $20,000. And only the desperate buyers are actually going out and purchasing these vehicles at that price, because you're not getting anything in return. The dealer is making a profit off you and smiling all the way to the bank, and you're still getting the same car with no incentive. You're not getting anything extra in the vehicle to justify the cost of what they're charging you. So I don't plan on paying anything over MSRP unless they can justify what they're giving me for that extra 5, 10, or even 20,000. Luckily in my area, I found a couple of dealers that's actually going to let me have the vehicle at MSRP and even get a military discount. So right now I narrowed it down to 2 dealerships. And the only thing they require right now is a deposit. One is asking for a $500 deposit, and the other is asking for a $1,000 deposit, which is not bad, because if I change my mind, I can get my money back. And if I decided to go with either or, then that money will go towards the purchase of the vehicle. So you can try that strategy if you can get the car at MSRP and you have the cash to put down. Maybe you want to shotgun it, you know what I mean? Put money in different dealerships and see which dealership get it first, because they don't even know when they're going to get the vehicle. Only thing listed in their system is saying that the vehicle is coming soon. So one of those dealers can get it days or weeks before the other. And even if you get your refundable deposit back, the other dealer is still going to sell that vehicle anyway, because somebody would want to pick it up because it's sitting there right on the lot. Because somebody is already waiting in line to get that EV6 anyway. It might not be the same color or the same trim, but maybe they can talk them into it. Because I'm pretty sure if I'm standing in line, there's other people standing in line. So if the person behind me don't want it, it might be the other person behind them. So the dealer is not going to lose out anyway. They'll just pass it on to the next person in line. And then you get your deposit back. Their deposit go towards that vehicle and everybody is happy. So that's my plan. I'm going to try to stay in touch with the dealer to find out how far out the vehicle is, if it's on the way, if it's on the ship, if it's at the dock and it's getting ready to come to the dealership, just to get some info so I can make my plans to get rid of the Kia Telluride just in time for me to pick up the Kia EV6. Okay, so I hope these tips help you a little bit on what I plan on doing. You can use my strategy if you want to, but I wouldn't recommend you pay anything over MSRP. Don't be that desperate. These dealers that's charging way over MSRP, 5, 10, 15, even 20,000, that's ridiculous. I was watching a YouTube video the other day and a guy that lived in California flew all the way in New York just to get the vehicle that he wanted. Okay, so that's my strategy and what I plan on doing as far as getting an EV. The EV6 is my final decision based on everything else that I see out there. And that's going to serve me for at least the next 2 years until I upgrade to the EV9. So if you want to follow me on my journey on going all electric, click the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that bell notification so you can be notified when I release new videos. Because not only will I be talking about my journey, I'll be talking about other stuff going on in the EV world. Okay, so that's going to be it for this video. Before you go, please hit the like button if you like this video. Thanks for taking the time for watching. Have a good one, and I'll see you next time.